for starting your day with us. Ryan and Lisa, mornings on CFAX 1070.
Well, let's turn our attention to Ottawa right now. We saw the debate begin on the U.S.-Israel war on Iran within Canada's House of Commons. And one of the members of Parliament, of course, who was there is a local MP, Jeff Kibble, who represents Cowichan and Malahat Langford for the Conservatives. And he's on the line with us from Ottawa right now. Sir, how you doing?
Very good, thank you. And we're snow-free here in Ottawa, just to clarify that for you.
Snow-free in Ottawa, that's great. Yeah, actually, it's been fairly warm for the last couple of days in Ontario, is my understanding.
It's been very pleasant, and you just need a light jacket to walk into work.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, no, we hopefully will be out of this nonsense here in Victoria pretty soon. Let's talk about what was going on last night in the evening, the beginning of this debate on Canada's position on the Iran war. So we saw that start yesterday or take place yesterday. Can you give us a rough sense of what was going on and how it shaped up?
Yeah, we had what's called a take note debate. It's a special debate in the House because of the crisis in Iran. And it was an opportunity for the government to state its position and for ourselves to ask some questions. And I was able to ask a question, and I focused in on supports for Canadians. You know, there's over 100,000 Canadians trapped in the Middle East right now. So I focused my questions on what we're doing or not doing to help get Canadians home safely or get them consular supports that they need.
What was the answer? Or was there an answer?
Well, it was a little disappointing, to be frank. As I said, over 100,000 Canadians are impacted in the Middle East right now, and there's some 3,500 requesting assistance getting back to Canada. These are Canadian citizens. And there was lots of promises and lots of flights are being looked at, and they're trying to scramble. But even the government's own website says if you're in Iran, hunker down, and there's very little that the government can do. And honestly, we've known this has been brewing for a long time, and the government should have been prepared in advance, and simply they weren't, and they're just scrambling right now. This is nothing new. Canada supported extracting citizens in past crises, whether preparations for Libya or as they've done in Haiti before. Canadians don't expect miracles, but they certainly expect their government to plan ahead and as a crisis is building, be ready to take action.
Jeff, this is kind of all new ground for many MPs in the House of Commons this time around. Do you feel some were lured into a false sense of security that this just wouldn't come to fruition?
I certainly stand with the people of Iran for a free and democratic country, and we saw that frustration and anger building across the world through protests. So, we knew that something was going to be coming at some point, maybe not as dramatically as it did. But once America and Israel took action, we should have had stuff in place ready to help Canadians.
One of the things, and you kind of mentioned that the government seemed a little caught out with this, one of the big features and criticisms that the Mark Carney government has been taking is this kind of sense of scrambling to find a position on this. Initially, we saw the Prime Minister quickly signal support for the military action, then sort of stepping that back and saying, well, actually, it looks like maybe these airstrikes violated international law, and there's been some what Pierre Poilievre has characterized as flip-flopping on all of this. How do you take all that?
It's frustrating, and we've come out with we support the actions to get rid of this tyrannical regime that has killed Canadians directly. It's killed thousands of its own people, and we don't see it as a legitimate government, and we want to see a free and legitimate government for Iran, and we stand by that belief and policy. As far as the Mark Carney government, this isn't the only topic where they've have multiple approaches or faces to something. We don't know in this case for the Iran policy whether it's one day they got 1, 2, 3, and 4 different versions of what they believe. So we're standing firm in our resolve in this.
Gotcha. And I think one of the things that came out of the House of Commons debate yesterday was sort of the government at least trying to assert the position that the focus must be on rapid de-escalation. That's a priority, as well as making sure Canadians are safe abroad. This is just, I'm trying to paraphrase what I heard out of the government side. And also just reiterating that Canada has no intention of joining the U.S. and Israel in any kind of military strikes in the region. So that's, I think, what I was getting out of that. From your perspective, what are you missing? What would you, is there anything that you would rather see the government do, or are you happy with where they finally arrived at, despite a bit of, twisting and turning to get there?
Well, they haven't really arrived at anything, and what you stated, some of the words that they said, but they haven't defined what de-escalation is, and the government itself pointed out yesterday multiple times in the debate that Canada was never even contacted. We're just not a serious player at the moment, and we're not taken seriously, and of course we weren't consulted or involved in those attacks. And so what would I like to see is our consular services preparing to extract Canadians that have, up to 3,500 or so that have requested that. And I would like to see definitions of what their plans are to de-escalate. So there was a lot of words and no action. And frankly, that's very similar with, whether it's an MOU agreement with Alberta on oil. There's lots of words, some form of signed agreement, and then statements on one side of the country saying that they're going to support oil, and statements on the other side from the party saying, no, it will never happen. There's no difference between that and the flip-flopping on Iran.
We're talking to Jeff Kibble. He's the member of parliament for Cowichan, Malahad, Langford with the opposition Conservatives, talking about last night's debate on Canada's position on the Iran war. One last question before we go. Is that it, or is there more to that debate?
I think this needs to be an ongoing debate and ensuring that we support getting those Canadians out of the area, and also those Iranians. And I've met lots in Victoria. I've been to a rally in support of a free and democratic Iran. It's a strong, loud voice, and so we continue to stand by them and want to see both supports for Canadians and Canada supporting a path to a free and democratic Iran. And and I will continue to support that. And when I'm available in Victoria and not here in Ottawa, I will continue to show my support at rallies for a free and democratic Iran.
Jeff Kibble, MP, thanks so much for your time today. I'll let you go because I know you got a busy one there in Ottawa. But it's good to hear it's nice weather and not snowing there.
Thanks very much, Ryan and Lisa. Appreciate the questions, and happy anytime to update you what's going on with all the excitement here in Ottawa. Many, many different topics, and happy to discuss any of those with you.
Very good. I'm sure we'll be talking again soon. Have a great rest of your day.
Of course.
Yeah.
You too. Take care, and happy waves to everybody in Victoria there, and I'll be back next week.
Don't attempt your morning commute without us. Ryan and Lisa, mornings on CFAX 1070.